Good morning, my dear children. I welcome all of you to your economics class. In this module, I am going to teach you the third chapter from microeconomics. The name is the production function. Production function. Children, let me ask you one question. Whether you have any other experience of visiting any other factories where this function there is where this activities of production takes place? Yes. Then children, you just tell me what all the factors are required for the process of production? Yes. Which are the factors? Land, laborer, isn't it? Capital is required, and as well as to organize all these activities, and entrepreneur is also required. Okay, so we'll do one thing. We'll then categorize into inputs as well as outputs. What all the factors are required for a production process, we can call them as inputs. So what is production means? All these inputs, as if I told you, the land, the labor, the capital, as well as the entrepreneurs, isn't it? Yes. So we'll combine all these inputs in order to get the output is production. In simple manner, what is production means? What all the inputs required or what are the raw materials required for a production process. If we combine all these inputs, we will get the output. Output means what? What all the required thing that we have to produce. That is production. So children, I hope that is clear for you. That is production means what all the raw materials, isn't it? So that raw materials that we have to combine to get the final product, that is output. So that process is production. And what is the production function means? That function is that shows the relationship between the inputs and output in a given time period. That is, we told that we have to combine the inputs and the outputs to get the, isn't it? That is a production process. We have to combine the input to get the final output. So this production function, it shows the relationship between these inputs and the outputs in a given time period. And it is given in the form of Q equals F of L K. L means it is labor. Q is the output, the L is labor, and K is capital. In economics, the capital letter K denotes the output, the capital letter L denotes the labor, and the capital letter K denotes the capital. So this production function expresses the relationship between the what all the inputs as well as the outputs. And I told you that different factors are required for a production process, isn't it? I told you land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. So we will categorize them into two factors, fixed factors and the variable factors. Fixed factors means those factors which we cannot change. The factor whose quantity remains fixed with the level of output is called as fixed factor. Whereas variable factor means those inputs which change with the level of output. Here this land as well as this laborer, capital as well as the entrepreneur. Here land is also fixed, capital is also fixed. And what is the variable factors? Yes, that is the labor. And the entrepreneur is the one who manage all these activities, or he is the person who coordinates all these activities. So the variable factor here it is labor. Here in this schedule we can see what the fixed factor as well as the variable factor is given, and combining these fixed and the variable factor, they have produced the output also. Some numerical figures are given under the capital as well as the laborer, and the final output is the quantity given under the output. So 10 units of capital and 1 units of labor gives the 50 quantity of output. And the next one also the same amount of the capital, but I told you that the capital is the fixed factor. We cannot change that factor. So only we can change a factor is the variable factor. So the second stage they have added one more labor to increase the quantity of the output. So it has changed to 70. Again with the fixed factor capital 10 units and again 2 units of labor they have added, that is 3. So the quantity has changed, the final output has changed into 82 units. So in the fourth also we can see the 92 units of output, and the last one is the 5 units of labor and 10 units of capital combined to get the 100 units of output. So here the units of capital used remain the same for all levels of output. Hence it is the fixed factor. And what is the variable factor? Labor is the variable factor. That is, the amount of the labor increases as the output increases. So hence it is a variable factor. So children, we have divided the factors into 2, which are the fixed factor as well as the variable factor. So the fixed factor, that is, which are the fixed factors? Yes, that is capital. And what is the variable factor? That is the labor. So by combining this fixed as well as the variable factor, we have produced the final outputs also. So this is actually different factors that we have combined. So children, I hope this session is clear for you. Thank you children for watching this video.